Morning, boys. Day 2. We are in an i5. I've driven a few of these, but I've never driven them on the channel. So today we're actually going to be driving in i5 day 2. Kind of exciting. We're doing like a drive with everybody, and this is really cool. We're all in i5s and i7s, which is pretty sick. So we're going to be taking off and kind of just, I have no idea what we're doing. We're just going to be experiencing things. So I don't know. This is pretty sick. So why not? Let's go for it. So this is a i5 M Sport, which is pretty sick. So we're just going on like it's like a rally kind of drive in a bunch of electric cars.
Good morning, drivers.
See the plan?
First order of business.
Pretty cool.
If you will, give me a wave or a thumbs up if you can hear me. Very good, very good.
Pretty cool. Driving in the brand new i5 in this line of i5s and i7s is really cool. So right now I'm in expressive mode. My modes in these BMWs are crazy because if I literally hit the throttle, you're gonna hear this really weird noise, like a presentation kind of tone as you hit the gas, which is really weird. So strange. These electric cars are crazy.
Drivers, we're coming up to a right-hand turn. There is it's pretty sharp, about 120 degrees. There's a severe drop-off. So
if you hit my modes, you have 3 drive modes. You have personal, sport, and efficient. Sport mode, obviously, it's gonna feel more aggressive and give you that kind of sense of like you were driving a gas car, like with the paddle shifters, and it's like sport. Obviously has a different sound, almost sounds like just a regular sports car. It's really cool. Personal is just gonna sound like a regular electric car, nothing too wild. But if you're in sport and you give a little, and the craziest thing is about electric cars is they have instant torque because there's no turbo, there's no engine, so there's no combustion. So everything is literally just instant. And one thing I've learned over these last, the last year of just driving BMWs and some of these electric cars is literally how instant, how quick the BMWs are specifically compared to other electric car models. And these things are crazy. Like, they're so smooth and very jumpy. And it sounds sick. So if we go into efficient, which we don't want. If you go to digital art, I don't know if digital art does anything. We first saw these modes in the X3 M50 that we did last year. That was in October of last year. No, there's really no tone to it, just a regular. Oh, the adaptive braking is so cool in this thing. It basically will brake for you, which is wild. So if you let off the gas, the car is automatically braking for you, which is awesome. These new M steering wheels feel amazing, by the way. They're a little bulky in my opinion, but they feel great. They do feel really, really nice. And these cars drive so smooth. Amazing interiors. It's just they're just nice looking cars. Like, there's nothing else. Like, we'll go back to sport because this is the most fun mode because this is where it's like really fast and aggressive. But it is pretty sick. And it's cool. We have our lead instructor kind of just showing us like where to go and taking us down some nice roads to really test these cars out and see how they feel and how they drive. And honestly, being able to take this out, also driving in like a different state. This is like the first ever review video we've done in like a different state. Like, this is really cool. I mean, we're down in South Carolina, boys, doing a full-on review on an i5. I just think that's really cool. So, but I don't know, this one's cool. This is white. I think it's mineral white on mocha. The brown interior. It's really, really cool. A really nice interior in this thing. All of the modes have lights to it. So this is like a bluish, whitish, red light, which is really cool for the sport mode. I don't know, it's just really cool. Like, some of these features in these cars nowadays are just absolutely insane. I mean, the digital premium packages, the digital keys in these cars. I mean, you can use your whole phone as a key and you don't need the actual key fob, which to me I think is crazy.
Situation here at our always stop.
Just crazy. The things that you have in this thing. The adaptive
I'm
braking.
trying to get everybody out together if I can.
It's just really sick. And some of the views of just driving around here, it's just really cool. It's different. So used to driving around in Rhode Island and Massachusetts.
Looks like we're clear this morning.
So used to driving around in Mass in Rhode Island, and now being able to just do like a full drive over here in South Carolina in a car. I mean, that's just awesome. Just really cool. Little views of the road and the businesses around here, just these little back roads that we're going down.
To another all-way stop. The sign is hidden by the bush, but it is an all-way stop up here. Make sure you do complete that stop for me.
Just seeing like what's around this area of Greenville, South Carolina, or Spartanburg, South Carolina is where we currently are. These are where all the manufacturing, like BMW manufacturing centers are. You have the training center, you have the performance center, you have the, obviously the actual building where...
Puts us back to our stoplight at 101.
Obviously you have the actual building where they manufacture and build these cars, which is so cool. Just wild to like see everything. Pretty cool, boys. Pretty cool experience. BMW is really going up in the world, allowing experiences like this. This is really cool. But you can see some of the features in the car, like just the crystal and the clear. I mean, that just looks awesome. I will say the new iDrive controller is not as good as the previous one. Unfortunately, this one is just very, it's like kind of like haptics, and it does not really like to work, as you can see. It's not fun at all. But these new iDrive systems are actually pretty solid. These are all your apps, pretty much all of your settings. I mean, it's pretty cool. Charging settings, driving settings. It's really sick. Home menu. I don't like that the climate's in the screen. That is one thing that is not the most fun. But it is easy to use once you get used to it. You just have to get used to it. I'm used to it. I'm in these cars enough every day, but it is interesting. And the only way to change the temperature up and down is through here now, just by pressing the plus and minus. And then your heated seats, cooled seats and steering wheel, just by pressing that. Really unique. I do like these new screens. When I first got in these cars, geez, a year ago when I saw these, I hated it. I actually don't mind it now. I don't mind it at all. I mean, I still wish this was kind of separated and kind of curved off, but overall, not bad at all. Boys, now we are in the i7 60 drive with the massive theater screen. This is the first time I'm ever seeing this. It is crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to actually like, sit down and see it, but it's awesome. With the fully reclined seats in the back, the Bowers and Wilkins, this is the craziest interior I've ever been in. It is wild in here. I mean, it is so quiet, extremely comfortable. I mean, look at these seats. And just flat out luxurious. This is flat out luxurious. So the only difference I have between this and the i5 is that it's just absolutely luxurious. It is unreal. Unreal. This is a cruiser compared, the i5 can be like kind of performance-like. This is more of a cruiser. Like this is definitely not gonna be your typical performance BMW. It's just gonna be your big boaty cruiser. It is a gorgeous looking car. Look at the one in front of me too. It's a pretty looking car. This is awesome. Steering wheel, downgrade though. I will say that. The steering wheel is a downgrade. I like the M steering wheel better in the i5, but it's not bad. It's not bad. But the overall driving experience, I mean, it's like I'm floating on a cloud. That's how smooth this thing is. I'm like floating. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, so that was when I was in South Carolina for that BMW event. I kind of forgot to get more footage on the i7, and I only got like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I got like 7 minutes on the i5. So boys, I wanted to show, this video was like a month and a half ago. We are working on getting content for the Golf R. We have a couple of parts that we have ordered and they're gonna be coming in shortly. Some things are just gonna take a little bit longer, but we're getting there. So we do have some videos. I'm actually gonna be making another video on the R that's separate from installing parts that we're gonna be doing shortly. So what I wanna say quickly, just to kind of wrap up the video, the difference between the i5 and the i7 is the i5 is gonna drive a little bit lighter and a little bit more aggressive, while the i7 drives a little bit heavier and more of a cruiser. the difference between those two electric cars is not necessarily the power, because they both make a lot of power. Is the difference between the i7 is something you typically would get driven in. The i5 is something that you buy as your daily commuter car. You know, the fully electric range on those are roughly around the same, around 300 or so miles, depending on weather and how aggressive you drive the car. But as you can tell with the big screen, the Bowers & Wilkins, the Digital Premium Pro, I mean, everything that car comes with the assisted driving and everything that you get in that car, the price difference really shows. An i5 is about probably, I think if I had to remember, 80 to 90K, while the i7 is anywhere between 130 to 150. So the i7 60 drive puts out 536 horsepower, but the car is also so much heavier, while the i5 produces 390 or so. So they both produce a lot of power, which is really cool and really nice. But like I said, the i7's not really, you're not really worried about the power in that. You're really just buying that to get driven in. And like I said, the price discrepancy is pretty large too. So I will say, if there is a car, if you're going to choose between the two, and like I said, the range is about 260 to 290 or 260 to 300, I would buy an i5 if you're not going to be worried about getting driven. But I think the best part of the whole thing was being able to drive that in a different environment and being able to experience those two cars. Even though I didn't dive deep into the i7, it was still really cool to kind of get in it and show you guys what it looked like. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and I was happy to kind of make those videos, the X3 M50 off-road, the M3 track video. If you guys haven't seen those, you've got to go on my channel. I'm going to put the link in the description. They're amazing, fun, crazy videos. Those are the other things I did while I was at the BMW event. And we have a lot of content coming with the build on the R coming soon, I promise. We're working through a lot of fun things with that car. So stay tuned. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. My God, I can't speak. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button, boys. Welcome back. It's been a little while. A lot of random videos been kind of flying around the channel. The fun videos are coming. Stay tuned. But boys, thank you so much for watching the video. And as always, peace out. We'll see you in the next one.